Dear students, today I'm going to discuss about data pre-processing. Okay, first how to collect the data. After collecting data, we have to apply some pre-processing techniques. Okay, to get the data which is useful for data mining process. What do you mean by data pre-processing? Pre-processing is nothing but apply the techniques. Those are data cleaning, data integration, data transformation, data reduction to produce the smooth data which is useful for data mining process. Okay, so data quality is very much important. Without applying data processing techniques, if you can use the data for data mining process, you will get inaccurate results. Okay, data quality is very much important. Okay, then we have to do the pre-process the collected data. Measures for data quality, whether the data is having accuracy, that is correct data or wrong data, whether it is accurate or inaccurate. Completeness, whether it is recorded or not recorded, unavailable. Consistency, some modified but some not. Dangling. Timeliness, timely update or not, whether it is updating time to time or not. Believability, how trustable the data are correct, how to trust it, whether it is correct or not. Interpretability, how easily the data can be understood. So when data is collected from the real world, okay, then there are chances of having errors or incorrect or inconsistencies in the collected data. Okay, it is having inconsistencies, incompleteness, and noisy. Data cleaning is a process of removing inconsistencies or unnecessary data or noise from the databases. So here, data cleaning in this process, you fill in missing values, smooth noisy data, identify or remove outliers, and resolve inconsistencies. In the data integration stage, we have to integrate the heterogeneous databases, multiple databases to produce high quality data, to produce high quality or large data set. Transformation, we have to apply transformation techniques, that is normalization, aggregation to produce proper data which is useful for data mining. And data reduction, then apply data reduction, dimensional reduction. Suppose instead of using the large data, okay, for mining process, we have to reduce the data or we have to compress the data, okay, so that it is useful for, it is very easy to supply as input to the data mining techniques. Okay, in the data cleaning process, we have to find the missing values. For example, take particular table, for example. In the table, some of the attributes, table is nothing but having attributes and tuples. In a tuple, for example, one particular value, one particular column is not having the value. Okay, that is called null values are there. Okay, so you have to find those null values and try to fill it. That is called filling missing values. Okay, so here data cleaning, this diagram is showing first the data cleaning. The data is incorrect, see this diagram, and it is properly arranged. After applying the data cleaning technique, that is how to fill the missing values, how to avoid inconsistent data, how to avoid inconsistencies, okay, how to avoid the noise. Noise is nothing but some attributes are having incorrect values. The attribute values are incorrect. Okay, that is called noise. Okay, this is the first step is called data cleaning. Then the second diagram is showing, the second diagram is data, second step is data integration. Here multiple data sources are there. The first one is database, first one, second one is the three-dimensional data, and third one is flat files. These three are integrated to produce large data set. Okay, then data transformation. The data transformation here, for example, 2, 32, 100, 59, 48, these values are transformed into the decimal, it's the corresponding decimal values, so that it is easy to use for processing. Then data reduction. Here, 2000 rows are there and 126 columns are there. These are reduced to 115 columns and 1456 rows, so that it is useful for applying as in input to the data mining techniques. Okay, so in the data cleaning process, the data in the real world is dirty. This is one of the statement. Lots of potential incorrect data, for example, instrument faulty, human or computer error, transmission errors. Due to that, incorrect data will be generated. So here, incomplete example, how the incomplete data will be look like this. For example, lacking of attribute values. See here, example, occupation equal to missing data. Here in the double quotes, there is no data. This is called missing data. Second, noisy data, how it will look like. Salary equal to minus 10 with double quotes. So it will not be minus 10. It is not correct. Okay, it is having some error. Inconsistent, containing discrepancies in quotes or names. Example, age equal to 42. Birthday equal to 03/07/2010. Okay, sometimes it is okay in different formats they are using. Okay, then rating 1, 2, 3. Here was rating 1, 2, 3. Now rating as ABC. So there is some discrepancies. Okay, discrepancy between duplicate records. Okay, intentional, that is distinguished missing data. So January 1 as everyone's birthday is the problem. So we have to fill the missing values and smoothing the noisy data. How to fill the missing data? The data is not always available. Example, many tuples have no recorded values for several attributes such as customer income in sales data. Missing data may be due to equipment for malfunction, inconsistent with other recorded data and thus deleted, data not entered due to misunderstanding, and certain data may not be considered important at the time of entry. Okay, and the data may not register history or changes of data. Missing data may need to be inferred. How to handle the missing data? First one is we have to ignore the tuple. That is usually done when class label is missing. Suppose class label don't know, then we have to ignore the tuple. If the class label is known, then we know where to keep that the tuple when doing classification. Not effective when the percentage of the missing values for attribute varies considerably. So fill in the missing values manually. Okay, manually also we can fill the missing values, but it is difficult or tedious and infeasible. And fill it automatically with a global constant. We have to take one global constant and you have to fill where the data has missed. That is unknown or it is a new class. Or sometimes you take attribute mean and sometimes the attribute mean for all samples belonging to the same class. Okay, use the most probable value to fill in the missing value. Okay, then how to avoid the noise from the data, noisy data. Okay, noisy data means, okay, the attribute values are incorrect. That is called noise, or it is a random error or variance. Okay, in a measured variable, incorrect attribute values may be due to faulty data collection instruments or data entry problem while entering. Okay, due to some errors, data entry problems, the data may be incorrect. Data transmission problem, due to transmission problems also, data may be incorrect. Okay, the sender has sent data in one format, receiver is receiving another format. That is due to transmission problems, data may be changed. And technology limitation also one of the reason for incorrect data. Inconsistency in the naming convention. Naming conventions are very important. Okay, especially in while handling string data and other data problems which require data cleaning. That is duplicate data. We have to clean out the duplicate records, and we have to clean the incomplete data, and we have to clean the inconsistent data. Okay, so how to handle the noisy data? Noisy data can be handled by using binning methods. In the binning process, first we have to sort the data, and again we have to partition into equal frequency bins. Then one can smooth by bin means, or smooth by bin median, or smooth by bin boundaries. Here, for example, the sorted data, for example, 4, 8, 15, 21, 21, 24, 25, 28, 20, 34, like that. These are this data, this sequence is already in sorted order, ascending order, and this data will be partitioned to equal steps or equal frequencies, like bin 1 having first 3 items, bin 2 next 3 items, bin 3 next 3 items, like that. Now smoothing by bin means take the average or mean of each bin and replace the bin items with the mean value of that corresponding bin. Okay, like that we can replace the bin 1. The average of bin 1 is 9, so every value in bin 1 will be replaced with 9, and the mean of bin 2 is 22. So the all the items in bin 2 are replaced with 22. Okay, then the mean value of bin 3 is 29. Then all items of all items in the bin 3 are replaced with 29. So that is called smoothing by bin means. Then smoothing by bin boundaries. Take the bin boundaries. Okay, here bin 1, the boundaries are 4 and 15. Lower boundary 4 and highest boundary 15. So 4 and second value also replaced with which is nearer to that particular boundary. So replace that value. So 4, 4, 15. Then 21, 21, 24. Like that, with the bin boundaries, we can replace. Okay, thank you.